Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So today we are trying out some new products and I just went shopping in my beauty closet because y'all know we can't go nowhere. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of my beauty closet right here. I did organize it during Vlogmas, but this is where I keep most of the products that I receive in PR or just an overflow of products that can't fit in my drawers inside my room. Now this is an older clip because right now my closet is in shambles. So I need to go in there, clean it out, organize it, and I also need to declutter the products that are in there as well. So with that being said, I think the first thing I want to start out with testing out is a lip product. I grabbed this Bite Beauty Agave. It's called the Pre-Makeup Lip Serum. I grabbed this from Sephora. Ooh, girl. I can't even remember. I didn't even haul this. This was like a random purchase. Just one day I was in the mall, went in Sephora, and I grabbed I think like 2 things in total, and this was one of them. But yeah, this is a pre-makeup lip serum, so this is supposed to, I guess, prep your lips before applying anything. Which y'all know I always like to put on any type of lip balm or anything before I put anything on my face. So this is how it looks. It's in a pink little tube. It looks like a lip gel. And the doe foot applicator looks, it doesn't even look, you know how most of doe foot applicators look fuzzy. This looks like a silicone applicator, but I'm gonna put it on my lips anyway. All right, it feels like nothing at all. It feels like I'm rubbing my lips with water. There's no like thick texture to it. It just feels really thin. Really thin. Almost like the Fresh Beauty lip serum that comes in a dropper tube. Feels pretty similar to that, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep that on the lips and let it sit. Now I pulled out a new primer. Well, it's not new, but I have yet to try it. It's the Benefit Professional Hydrating Face Primer, and I also pulled out my Bite Beauty samples that I got from Sephora. I got the new foundation samples, and I also got the new primer sample. So I don't know which primer I want to use. I don't know. Do I want to use this one or do I want to use this one? I don't know. Let me at least look up the Bite Beauty products that I'm using because I have them in samples and I can't really tell you guys the actual name of the products, but let me look it up. I have my phone right here propped up on a stand because I'm trying to film like a 2-in-1. So I'm filming on my channel and I'm also trying to film some content on my Instagram. So we'll see how that goes. But let me look up this Bite Beauty stuff. Okay, so the foundation is called the Bite Beauty Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. And I have 3 different shades, which I will show you guys in a few minutes once we get to the foundation. And then the primer is the Bite Beauty Changemaker Skin Optimizing Primer. So they have normal to dry skin and they also have normal to oily skin. So the one that I got in sample is for dry skin. Why did I get this one? Because I have oily combination skin. I don't know, but I'll at least try this out, you know? I'll try it and I'll probably try out the other primer in another video. So let's try it out. They gave me just enough too. Just enough. See, that is pretty much used the whole thing. So I'm just gonna put it on. Dang, I didn't even moisturize my face. I did wash it though. There's nothing on my skin. So I did wash my face before sitting here, but y'all know I usually apply moisturizer before primer, but since this is a hydrating primer, because it's the one for dry skin, I'm going to just stick with this and let this be the only product that I use before applying my foundation. But I like how it feels. Feels pretty hydrating. Feels nice. pretty hydrating. It does give my skin a nice glow. Ooh. Okay, if you keep rubbing it, do y'all see that? Wow. Okay, I gotta take some of that off some kind of way. Oh, and it doesn't have a smell either. So that's that. All right, so the foundation, I got 3 different shades. I have the shade D155C, D150B, and D135A. Let me go back to the site because I need to see what undertones these are. So D155 is deep with warm golden undertone, and I feel like that's gonna be the one for me. D150 is gonna be deep with warm bronze undertone. And then T135, let's see, where is T? Is tan with warm peach undertone. So this is gonna be a no. I don't have peach undertone, so yeah, and this one is the lightest one out of the ones that I have. So let's try D155, which hopefully this works because I've already applied my primer on my face and I would hate to wipe it off. But either way, one of these are gonna have to work for me. So I'm gonna take my finger and yeah, she put more product in this one than the other ones. I'm gonna rub it on my face. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, this is gonna be it right here. This is gonna be it. All right, that's all I'm gonna apply. I don't know why I put some right here because I usually just drag the foundation up using my sponge, but it's okay. Let's blend it out. Oh, this is a new sponge that I'm using. It's the e.l.f. Cosmetic sponge, but are y'all seeing how this foundation is looking on my skin? What? So you mean to tell me I've had this in my closet all this time and I haven't used it and it was doing things like this? Girl, wait a minute. And it feels light, like it doesn't feel like a heavy foundation. Dang, I didn't even do my brows. I did not even do my brows. We'll get to the brows in a few minutes, but it doesn't feel like a heavy foundation. Let me see. It says a clean, long-wearing foundation with gentle micellar technology that mimics the skin texture for a natural, flawless finish. So there you go. There you go. Okay, this might be a good one for the spring and summertime. You guys know the spring is finally here, and even though we can't go nowhere. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. Just to get that out of the way. I always like to do them first. Like, I'm a brow before foundation kind of girl. So we're gonna do the brows really quick. Oh, Mented just came out with new brow pencils, and that's the one that I'm using today. I'm using the shade Brow or Later. They have cute names. I'm just brushing up my brows, and I've already used this a couple of times. I use this in two tutorials on my Instagram recently. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, I am starting to be more active on there, like for real this time. So follow me on there. I just post a lot of random stuff. I know I just did like a how I do my brow tutorial, and I also posted a full face tutorial, like a just because makeup tutorial. Because I was bored that day, and it's actually a colorful look using the UOMA Carnival palette. So check out my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you're not following me. But yeah, so far I have been really liking this this brow pencil. It really reminds me of my favorite brow pencil from the drugstore, which is the CoverGirl brow pencil, and the packaging is just like it. Let me show it to you guys up close. It looks just like the CoverGirl brow pencil. It's tiny just like it, and I like how the pencil is it just gets right up in there, and it gives you such a nice defined brow. All right, now I'm gonna clean up the bottom of my brows using my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. I use the shade 13. Get right up under my brow. All right, now that my brows are cleaned, I'm gonna take the sponge again, and I'm just gonna blend that concealer down onto my lid. All right, girls, skin is looking fresh. It's looking radiant, natural looking. It's looking good. So now let's move on to concealer. So I grabbed 2 new concealers from Sephora. This was, ooh girl, it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. I just haven't even tried them out yet. So I got the Beauty Blender Concealer, and I wasn't even gonna get this at first. At first I was like, girl, no. But I got it. I got it anyway. I got the shade Tan Pecan, and I don't know if this is gonna be my shade. And then I got this new concealer. It's a new brand. Well, it's a new brand to me. I've never tried anything from it. It's Kosas. Kosas. But it's their Revealer Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. I got this shade 8, number 8, and it's called Tone. Let me open her up. Ooh, this is pretty light. So this is how it looks. Now this is a clean brand. It's one of those clean brands on Sephora, but I wanted to test it out. Actually, it doesn't look that light once I pull it out. Like the tube looks extra light, but then once I pull it out, it looks darker. So I'm gonna swatch it. Oh, that is not bad at all. That is not bad. That color is not bad at all. Let me give you guys a closer look right there. And yeah, that does not look, the tube looks so much lighter than the actual product. That's so weird. But the Beauty Blender Concealer, y'all, I was not even gonna buy this, but I went ahead and got it. The shade again is Tan Pecan, and I feel like this color, ooh, this one is definitely lighter than the other concealer. Ooh, that is very light. That's gonna, ooh girl, no. That is a definite no. Let's try out this one. I have not heard anyone talk about this brand. I have not seen this brand. I haven't seen it floating around on YouTube. So let me know if you guys have tried this out. I probably butchered the name, but it is a new clean brand on Sephora. But yeah, let's try this and see what it's working with. What is the coverage like? Let me read the box. Let me actually look this up, this concealer, because I don't know how the coverage is. Let me see. Okay, so they have concealers, they have a lip oil, they have a tinted oil foundation, which I'm not gonna even press my luck with that. Okay, so they have quite a few products, not many, but the concealer itself, it's a medium coverage concealer. Okay, so this is gonna give me medium coverage. Well, I don't know. Let's see how it looks once we blend it out. But it is going on pretty creamy. And the color is actually looks good. It doesn't look as light as I thought it would. So that's that. All right, let's blend it out. I pulled out another new sponge. This is a e.l.f. sponge. This is the Camo Concealer Sponge. And I'm gonna use this to blend out the concealer. All right, yeah, so it definitely is a medium coverage. It pretty much soaked into my foundation, but it does not look bad. Okay, update on the lip product from Bite Beauty, the Agave lip. What is it called again? Agave lip serum. It dried down completely. Like my lips, they do feel a little dry, but this is more so like a lip conditioner, I believe. So it's not necessarily a lip balm. So if you're thinking about getting this product, like if you're thinking about ordering it, just keep in mind it's not like a lip balm or lip moisturizer or anything like that. So it is gonna dry down completely. So this is just gonna really prep your lips before you put on any other type of lip product. Even if you just wanna put on a lip balm afterwards, this will be something to just prep the lips for it. But my lips do feel, they feel kind of smooth. I mean, there's nothing too extravagant about it, but it was fun to try it out. All right, so that is what the concealer is looking like. It doesn't even look like I really applied any concealer, but I am seeing a little bit of brightness right in there. You know what? I'm gonna actually just apply a little tiny bit of the Beauty Blender concealer since it is pretty light. I'm gonna do a tiny drop right here and right there, just to kind of brighten up the inner corner. Just because, you know, just because. I mean, why not? We're sitting here, we're trying out new products just for fun because we have nothing else to do. Oh yeah, that really brightened up that part. But this concealer is too light. I would not use this by itself, but I do like how it brightened up that area of my eye. Right. Now I'm gonna go over it with the other side of the sponge where I use the other concealer. So I can kind of go over it just a little bit so it won't look too light, but that's pretty. Now, setting powders, I got this in my BoxyCharm. This is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. And I think this was my BoxyCharm for January or February. No, it was January. And I still haven't used it. So, it's cute. It's cute packaging. Rose gold top. Super cute. And the letter, like the writing on it is like a baby pink. Let me show y'all. Y'all probably can't see it that well because the lights may wash it out. But anywho, let's try this out. I need my tweezers. Let me go get my tweezers. You know what I wish they would do with like setting powders like these, like when they put the sticker in there? I wish the tab on the sticker was longer so it stops right on the inside to where it's hard to actually grab it. I wish they would make the little tab a little bit longer where it actually comes out, you know, and then once we open the top, we can easily peel it open like that. So that's why I have to get my tweezers, because I would hate to break my press-on nails. All right, let's see what this is talking about. I'm gonna take it and shake it. I like to do that with all of my powders, so it'll be easier for me to open it up and just take my sponge and do what I need to do. So I'm gonna take the other side of the e.l.f. sponge where I didn't apply any concealer and go in with this powder. It's pretty white, like it doesn't have, the color of it is like white. And I've never really been into white powders, so I'm not gonna use too much of it. Just kind of press it in where I apply my concealer. Okay. Looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Let me go over my eye with the concealer part so there's no creasing. I'm gonna flip it back over to where I applied that powder and put a little bit on my lid just to set it. You know what I'm gonna do? Since it is pretty early in the day, it is 11:45, I'm gonna do an all-day wear test. Just for the heck of it, you know, just to see how my face looks after using all of these products. I just wanna see, you know, I just wanna see. So we will check back. I'll check back with you guys later on today. But I just wanna see how my face looks. Even though we are applying like a lot of different products, I just wanna see. Just wanna see how it looks. So I'll do that later on. But so far this powder, it looks pretty good. I can't use a lot of it because it is gonna make me look extra washed out down there because it is a white powder. But so far it looks pretty good. Let me blend out my lid. Flip it back over to the powder side. and set it. But yeah, so far it looks pretty good. No complaints. No complaints. I just wish the powder wasn't white, but that's the only complaint so far. All right, now to set everywhere else on my face, I'm gonna use another powder. This is a pressed foundation powder, also by Bite Beauty. It's called their Changemaker Flexible Coverage Pressed Powder, and I got the shade Deep number 2. Y'all, yeah, some of y'all know when I got this because I did also the foundation. Some of y'all already know when I purchased, well, I purchased this, but I didn't purchase obviously I didn't purchase the samples, but I know some of you know when I got this, but I ain't even gonna say. I ain't even gonna say. That's just how long I have been hoarding this in my closet. But this is how the color looks, and I have high hopes. I have high hopes for this powder. Oh, the packaging is like a baby pink, peachy color. Cute, cute, cute. I'm gonna take my Sonia Kashuk. This is one of the new brushes that I hauled in my Sephora, not Sephora haul, but my Target haul. I've already used a couple of them. I just haven't used a powder brush yet. And so far, I do like them. I have no complaints with any of my Sonia Kashuk brushes. I feel like all of her brushes are good anyway. But I'm gonna use this and just pretty much take it and apply it everywhere that I did not apply the loose powder. So right here in the middle. And I'm also gonna kind of brush it down to blend, just kind of, you know, make everything blend together and set it. It's a good color. They didn't have a lot of colors in this. I think this was actually the darkest one, I think. If not the darkest, it was the next to the darkest one. I know they did not have a good shade selection for this powder. But so far it does look pretty nice on my skin. And I'm gonna take whatever's left and just go over the center of my face just to make everything look more even. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Y'all see how it just made everything look more together? Like there's no harsh lines anywhere. Of course, right here where I put that setting powder, that's just gonna help define my cheeks, like when I put on my bronzer and stuff. Other than that, I am liking my complexion, y'all. I am really, really liking it. Okay, so next I want to play with some new bronzer. I've had this in my collection forever. This is the UOMA Double Take, UOMA Beauty Double Take Stick and Strobe Stick. So, well, Sculpt and Strobe Stick. So one of the shades on here, I felt like I could actually use. So this is the strobe part. It's just like a, ooh, this is my first time swatching this, and that glow, it's like a wet feeling, but ooh, once I blend it in, I don't know how I feel about using this when I've already applied powder on my face, so I'm not gonna use this. But this part right here, I feel like I could probably use it as my bronzer, and ooh, and dang, I should have did that before I applied any powder on my face. I'm gonna take a brush. Let me take a brush. What color is this? What color is this one? It's called Bronze Venus. I think that's the shade, but I'm gonna take the darker shade. This just looks like it'll be so pretty as like a bronzer on me. So I'm gonna take this is another Sonia Kashuk brush. The only thing I don't like about her new brushes is they don't have a description on it. Like, it just says Sonia Kashuk. It doesn't say what type of brush it is, but it does say it on the plastic that comes on the brush, but I mean, you have to throw it away. The little sticker that wraps the, like, you know, that wraps up the brush, but it doesn't have the exact description of what this is. I want to say this one is called their blush brush. I don't know, but I'm gonna use it with this. I'm just gonna take it like this, swirl it around. Ooh, that is pretty dark and pigmented. Let me swirl it on my hand. Ooh, ooh, this will be so pretty as a bronzer. It already looks good right there. Like, girl, look at that. All right, I'm gonna put it right here on the sides of my face. Do y'all see? Look. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. All right, you do not need a lot of this product, so if you do, take your brush. I would recommend kind of wipe. I mean, it's kind of wasting product when you do this, but I don't want to go overboard with this, so I just wiped off a little bit of it and take it on the sides of my face. So doing it like this is actually okay now that I have on my, do y'all see that? But yeah, it's actually okay with doing it like this once you have your powder on, because you're not really putting the product directly on your face. I feel like this will definitely mess up your makeup if you do it like that. But just take a nice, soft, fluffy brush and kind of swirl it in the product. Do it lighter than I'm doing it. I feel like I'm doing it way too hard to where I'm having to put it on my hand like that. But yes, girl. Wow, this makes me so excited for the new Fenty bronzers, the cream bronzers, and those are coming out. I think I don't remember the date, but they do have some cream bronzers that they're launching, and I definitely will be testing those out. But doing this, I never do that. Y'all know I always stick to like powder stuff. I'm always using powders. And I never just really do any cream contouring or cream bronzers, but using this makes me so excited for the new Fenty products that are coming out. Girl, I am excited. Do y'all, this looks so good. Why have I not been doing this all this time? All of this time. And it gives me such a pretty, it's almost like it's kind of glowing on my skin, but it's not too dewy. All of this time, I have been asleep. I have been sleep, girl, sleep. This was just chilling in my closet, and it looks bomb. Wow, okay. Wow. I have another bronzer that I thought I was gonna test out, but now that I have this on, I honestly don't. Well, I can use a little bit of it because I do, in a way, want to set this because it is, I mean, I need to set this. Do I supposed to set it? Am I supposed to do that? Girl, how do I do this? Do I put this on and then let it be done? Like, do I put on a setting powder after putting on like a cream contour? Oh my gosh, y'all, let me know. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, the powder bronzer that I'm talking about is the KKW Beauty. I did haul this, and I have yet to use it. So I almost don't want to go over this. I'm gonna keep my face like this. Like, I'm not even gonna set this. I just want to see, since I am gonna be, you know, keeping this face on for a while. Once I come back later on, I want to see how my face looks without setting this, but I almost want to, I don't know. We'll see at the end of the video. You know what? I can actually use one of the shades. Let me wipe this off of my hand before I get stuff everywhere. But I can actually use one of those shades in the KKW palette, the darker shade right here. I'm going to use this and just kind of sculpt, contour my nose. Let's try this color. out and use it down the sides of our nose. Okay, this is a good shade. Okay, I added too much right here. I'm gonna have to blend this out, but this is a good color for my nose. I'm gonna blend this out, but the first thing I'm gonna do is go in with my loose powder. I picked up my Wet n Wild banana powder because it's not a white powder, but y'all know I always like to apply the loose setting powder on the sides of my nose because I just like to let it sit once we go to the eyes. So I'm gonna let this sit while we do the eyes. Just put a little bit right there. Now the palette that I pulled out was the Makeup Revolution by Patricia Bright. I have yet to use this. I have yet to use this palette, y'all. Yet to use it. This is how she looks on the inside, and it does come with a mirror. And a lot of you know I'm not really into big eyeshadow palettes like this, but the reason why I got it is because of Patricia. I wanted to support her. But this is a really, really pretty palette. You have all the colors you need. Like, honestly and truly, you have all of the colors that you will ever need in an eyeshadow palette. You have your black, you have your warm tone shades, you have some cool tone shades, you have it all. Neutrals. Girl, it's all right here. This is all you need. And I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't even know how to start, what color to go to, because it's so many. It's so many, but they're so pretty. Let me try something. I'm gonna try, let's dip into No Games Played. This plum, like a eggplant color. Let's dip into that. I'm gonna use my Sonia Kashuk blending brush. This is the eyeshadow blending brush. And I'm gonna put this color right here on the inner corner of my eye. Just gonna pack it right there. That's a pretty soft color. It's really, really soft, but it shows up so pretty. I'm just gonna keep that color right there. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. We are winging it. We are winging it, girl. Next, I'm gonna go into, what color? What color should I go into next? Let's take this turquoise right here. This is in the shade Risk Taker. See, we're taking some risk, girl. That right there is a sign. But let's take Risk Taker and let's put this on the middle of my lid, like right there in the center, right here in the center. This color, I am having to build it up some. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Hopefully this looks good by the time I'm done. Take a little bit more of that purple on the brush and just kind of touch that green. This is gonna make it blend into the green a little bit better. Just taking a little bit more of that purple shade. Now I'm gonna take the darker blue, it's like a cobalt blue, and the color Date Night. And I'm gonna put that color on the very, very edge of my lid. Taking that same brush, I did wipe it off. I'm just gonna pack that color on the edge. Now, I don't know if this purple goes with these blues, but I don't even care. I really wanted to just play around with this palette and just kind of create something a little bit more different. So that is what I decided to do. Now I'm gonna take my Morphe M504 brush. Now this doesn't have anything on it. I'm just gonna keep it clean and just go into the crease. So that way there's no like harsh lines or anything like that. Just kind of lightly diffuse them up like that. I'm gonna take this random little double-sided brush. I think this came like from a drugstore palette, but I'm gonna take this really flat side of the brush and go into Extra AF. Oh wow, this is creamy. Ooh, let me touch it with my finger. Ooh, I like how this feels. I'm gonna actually do my finger instead. This feels like a Colourpop eyeshadow. It's like a pretty metallic color, but it's not, oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep it right there where I applied that teal earlier, just right there in the center. And I'm gonna take my brush, that other brush that I was using, and just kind of, let me take that purple again, just kind of lightly buff it right there so they both can kind of blend together. I'm gonna pick a little bit more of Date Night, which is the dark blue color, and pack it on the outer part of my lid so that you can see a little bit more of that dark blue. Pack it on and kind of blend into the crease. Still making that C shape. All right, so I'm done with the top of the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find a teal, like a teal eyeliner to put on my waterline. I'll definitely show you guys once I get it. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my lashes and my mascara, and I'll be right back. All right, so before I put on my lashes and my mascara, I did go ahead and apply my 24/7 liner by Urban Decay. This is in the shade Deep End. This is a color that I would always wear. Like if I ever wore teal on my waterline, this was a pencil. And I wore this a lot in the past, like back when I was doing more color, like makeup tutorials on my channel. This was a while back, but I would always wear this one, and I like how it's easy to glide on. Very, very easy. And I took a little bit of Risk Taker and just kind of buffed it out on my bottom lash line using my little pencil shader brush. I just use this to kind of blend it out, smudge it out to make it look a little bit more smoky down there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lashes, and I will be back. All right, girl, lashes are on, and it brought everything together. It just brought everything together. I was like, while I was applying my lashes, I was like, I want something on the inner corner. I wanted to pop, like I wanted to look a little bit more bright, but I also want to stay with the same color scheme, like that purple. So there is a color in the palette, it's called Perfection, and it's right here. And it's like a, let me see, let me swatch it. Ooh, it has the same texture as Extra AF. So girl, wait a minute. Let me swatch all of these. Girl, all of these metallics, I like this. All of these metallic shades in the palette kind of have that same soft, cushiony texture as Colourpop, like the Colourpop eyeshadows, the Colourpop highlighters, that same Colourpop. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you've tried Colourpop, you know what I'm talking about. But I like that. I like how it's not too gritty or too powdery. That just makes it so much easier to apply. But yeah, I'm gonna go into Perfection, and I hope, fingers crossed, that, yeah, this is like, it's like you're dipping your brush in putty. My brush has already made a good dent into that because it is a firm type of brush. But I'm gonna put the color right here on the inner part of my tear duct to make it pop. So it does still look pink, but it gives it that extra pop like that. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed right there. So just by shopping in my beauty closet, I can tell y'all now, I have been sleep on a couple of these products. Like sleep. So enough with the palette. We are done. Like, we're officially done with the eyes. And it came out so pretty. Now, I'm gonna take this little brush. This is the Makeup by Mario Sephora brush. And I'm going to just dust off that powder. So another product that I shopped for in my closet was this Fenty Beauty Matchstick. And I have the shade Cognac. I have held on to this for a good minute. And I don't know why, but I still haven't tried this color out. But I have swatched it, but I haven't really actually applied it on my face. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Let me swatch it on my hand so y'all can see what the color looks like. That's it right there. Such a pretty rust color. Is it focusing? I think it is. But it's a really pretty color. Now it's not gonna show up that dark because that is a good little swirl on my hand, but it's not gonna show up that dark, but I'm gonna use it as my blush. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing like I did with my bronzer. I'm gonna take a brush. This is another Sonia Kashuk brush. Now this one I think is the contour brush. I hate that there's no names on here, but it's okay. Either way, I'm gonna use it as my blush today because it's clean, and I'm gonna do the same thing like I did with the bronzer. Look at her. Woo. I mean, do you guys see this? Do you guys see? Look at that. I just like how my overall complexion, it just has a really pretty subtle glow to it. It's so pretty and radiant, and I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna put on any highlighter. I like it just like this. Like this, and it's good. Yes. All right, the very last product. I think since I have so much going on the eyes, I'm not gonna put on any much color on the lips. I'm gonna stick with the nude. I'm gonna stick with this new lipstick. Well, it's not a new one to me. It's just a new shade that I got. It's in the shade Latte, and this is the color that I used in my last video. Where I was sitting on the floor doing my makeup, kind of like that old YouTube style video. But this is the color. It was the 1 hour get ready with me in my pajamas. This is the color I used, and I'm just gonna put this all over my lips. This is just a nude. Yeah, this is the perfect nude for this look. And I do want to just go in with a little bit of lip liner. I'm going to take my Colourpop BFF3 and just kind of go on the edges of my lips. Oh, I don't think I mentioned the lipstick that I just applied. They don't have that shade on Ulta yet. The last time I checked, they didn't have this shade on Ulta, but they do have other shades. This is just one of their newest shades in this Revolution Pro lipstick. But yeah, again, it's in the shade Latte. But they do have other shades, and I know I've talked about this lipstick a lot. I think one of these made it into my favorite go-to nude lip product video. But it's just a matte, like a satin matte finish, and they're very comfortable. They don't feel dry on the lips, even though they are a matte, they're a matte formula, but you can see here. See how it just gives you a slight shine on the lips, but the formula is it's matte, but it's not too, too matte or too drying. It's very comfortable on the lips, and I love how it looks with this lip liner by Colourpop. Such a pretty natural look, and honestly, I don't want to go over it with a gloss. I was gonna put on my Artist Couture gloss in the shade Uncensored just to kind of give me an extra shine on the lips, but to be honest, I like it like this. I like the glow on the skin, a little bit of glow on the eyes or in the inner corner, and then have that nice satin matte finish lip. Yeah, we're not gonna go with the gloss. And then last but not least, I'm gonna spray my face just a little bit with the Fenty Beauty, what is it called? The What It Do Mist. Even though my face is pretty, it does have that slight dew to it, but this just kind of melts everything in, and it just looks very pretty and radiant. I'm like, y'all look at my skin. It just looks so good. So good. But where I'm gonna go? The internet? So yeah, this is how it looks, how it all came together. I ain't got nowhere to go, girl. Nowhere but the internet. So I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna edit. And I'm gonna try to take a couple of pictures for my Instagram. And also just come back so y'all can see how it all looks by the end of the day. And I think we started at what, 11:30, 11:45? I don't know, but I'm gonna try to have this face on all day so I can get some work done in the house, get some editing done, and all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys later on. Hey guys, we are back. The time is 9:02 p.m. Y'all can't even see it because my dog is in the way, but it's 9:02 p.m. and this is how the complexion is looking. I still have that, like, that subtle glow on the skin, but it doesn't look too oily, like, except for this part, because, you know, I'm oily right there. But other than that, I feel like my face honestly looks like I just did my makeup. Besides my nose, everywhere else I feel like it just looks like I just did my makeup. Like, it looks like a fresh face of makeup with that subtle glow on the skin. So I am impressed, girl. I am impressed with the foundation. The concealer, honestly, I was not even expecting the concealer to be like it is. There's no creasing under my eyes. Everything looks good. Everything is still in place, and I'm happy. I am happy with how the look came out. I'm happy with how the complexion products worked. So I have no complaints whatsoever with any of the products that I used. Let's see. The eyeshadow palette, I've already edited everything, like as far as the entire video. Everything is edited except for this part. But when I was editing, I noticed with the eye, like when I was doing my eyeshadow, I think I would prefer using a different brush other than this one when blending out the darker shades, because when I started seeing the footage, like right in here, it didn't look that good. I think with the darker shades, especially that blue, that dark blue, I think that'll be better. Like it would actually look better if I use a different brush, like a more firm brush instead of that type of blending brush, because I don't know, I feel like it'll look more, it kind of looked a little washed out. But I do like how this worked with the matte shade, the very first shade that I used right in here. But using it with that blue on the outer part of my lid and also the blue on the middle part, I probably would have used a different brush, like something a little bit more flat, more dense. But y'all know me, I don't really, I'm so lazy when it comes down to brushes. I just don't even switch them out. I just use whatever I have on hand at that time. But my lips are dry. I have been eating, I've been drinking, and they're dry. But the face is still beat. So let me know anything about the products that I shared. What have you tried out? Any of these, have you tried them out? What are your thoughts? Do you like them? Do you not like them? I want to know. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, I am still doing my monthly giveaways every single month. So every month I give away one box to one person, and it's always super easy to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Make sure you thumbs up the video, as well as leave a comment down below in the comment section. And you guys know I never want the comments to be anything about the giveaway. Let's talk about the products that I shared in today's video. What do you like? What do you dislike? Or even if you guys have some products in your collection right now that you have yet to try out, what are those products? So let's talk about it. And yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.